Hey guys, welcome back inside Studio C for another episode of Claws to the Wall. Today we have the wonderful cast of David Castaneda, Giancarlo Cacho, and Caleb Wellborn.
What's good, guys?
What's good? Is it Wellborn or Wilborn?
It's Wellborn.
Guys, it's been a long time since we've done an episode, so it's good to be back. And let's talk about what we've missed so far, what y'all may have missed so far in the NFL playoffs. They've been full swing underway. And we have the NFC champ and the AFC championship games getting ready to be played. But let's take a look back at last week's games. You know, we saw the Chiefs and the Bills play. That was a really close game, a really fun one. I mean, we saw the Lions, really pull out a good win there. So, guys, I want to hear thoughts on these last week's games and really see who y'all's team to win it all for the Super Bowl.
Well, I think it's got to be the Ravens, right? I don't think anyone's taking away from what the Ravens are doing right now. But just speaking on last week's game in general, I honestly did not think the Chiefs would beat the Bills. I thought with their struggles at wide receiver and just the way the Bills defense had been playing, I was like, I don't know if they can overcome that. But it's playoff Pat, and he does what he does. I don't know.
I think the Chiefs are the new Patriots of the NFL. I mean, they've been to how many consecutive AFC championship games?
6.
It's you can't deny these guys anymore. I said it going into the season. I'm like, they'll lose whoever, but at the end of the day, they got what it takes every single year to get into the AFC championship at least. To be honest, nobody wants to hear it, but they're probably my Super Bowl favorite right now, just because they've proved that they've been able to do that. I really want the Ravens to win so we don't have to see Taylor Swift anymore. But
y'all seen the Lamar
thing.
Jackson edits on
Yeah.
TikTok? Please save us, Lamar. Please save us.
But I don't know. I really do got the Chiefs going all the way. And on the other side, I think everybody's going for the Lions. I've been going for the Lions this whole season.
I despise the 49ers as a Packer fan.
I just want to say, I'm glad to see the Houston Texans lose.
Hey, man, that's
Wow.
hey,
Hey,
wow,
no.
bro. Take my
Let's
thunder.
just clear it up. Y'all were all hot in the chat. Y'all were all hot in the chat about the Cowboys losing, but look, no Texas teams in the playoffs now. So we're all in the same boat. Hey.
Man,
Texans went farther than the Cowboys.
Man, that's
Let's talk
sad,
about
man.
Hey,
Imagine,
CJ Stroud is a great rookie quarterback.
imagine being
man.
able to pay a guy, a rookie, so much little money, but then the Cowboys, they have to pay how many million a year for a guy that can't
I know,
make
right?
Trade
two-
that man. I do
The
not want
Texans
Two
to.
games
and the
in the
Packers
playoffs?
are the same team.
Did you say the Cowboys and the Packers are the same team?
No, the Texans and the Packers are the same team.
We can't, like y'all said, we can't deny how great the Baltimore Ravens are. I mean, Lamar Jackson's just been developing over and over. We've seen what he's done over the years, and it's finally come to fruition. He's his league MVP. So the Ravens are my statistical strongest pick to win it, but I would love to see the Lions. Just to see Goff, he gets traded from the Rams. He gets there at Detroit, losing seasons. Finally develops, and the new coach gets him settled in. I'm not gonna lie, they should have beat my Cowboys. They should have beat my Cowboys. We got bailed out in that one game a couple weeks ago during the regular season. But the Lions would be the Cinderella story. It would make me happy. It'd make me cry as an Eminem fan too. It also would make me happy to see Eminem and perform maybe there at the Super Bowl. Come along,
Giancarlo, don't lose yourself.
I might if Eminem shows up and I'm surprised.
That was a great halftime
Yeah.
show, man. That was great.
If he comes out surprising, Lions Super Bowl, I'm gonna lose it. All right, but I think the Ravens win. I think they just look so strong.
So you think Ravens going to win it all?
I think so.
Okay, I love that statement. I really would agree with you there. I think the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl, and they're going to get there. I really don't want to see the Chiefs do good. David, I'm glad you're a Chiefs fan, but
I'm not.
oh, you're not.
I'm
You're
really
not a
not.
Chiefs fan.
He's a
What makes you
Texans
think
fan.
the
I know,
Chiefs
but he
are gonna
just said
beat the
I'm really
Ravens?
getting behind this.
I just think that
They have a
you
great
can't-
team.
Yeah, you
And
can't. deny
who's that number 4 guy? Is it Reese or Rice? It's pronounced Reese or Rice.
Rice.
It's Rice. Okay,
Rice,
good,
Rice,
good.
Rice,
Yeah, he's amazing. I love him. He's doing great things. So, yeah, that Chiefs team is really good. Kelsey's having a little bit of a mediocre year compared to his years prior, though. Maybe too much time on the podcast. And, yeah, I really,
too much
me
time with Taylor
personally,
Swift.
don't. I'm not trying to be a hater or anything, but I've come to terms that I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to lose this game. And this is the reason I'm saying this. The NFL knows that if the Chiefs win this game, that their ratings are about to go through the entire roof because the Chiefs will be in the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift there, and it will literally be a money fiasco for NFL. It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, right? So we'll see if it happens. It's in the script. So Lamar Jackson is going to have to play twice as hard to beat the refs. Okay, that's what he's going to have to do. And this guy, he has 3,678 yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He's 4th in the entire league in a QB rating. That's Lamar Jackson. So he's doing great things. MVP candidate, we'll see. But say Lamar Jackson loses, right? Who's the MVP now?
Oh, he's still the regular season MVP.
Okay, good. Okay, but who would be your, like, the MVP in the final, like the Super Bowl MVP?
Mahomes, I feel like.
You think,
or CMC.
So you don't think that the Lions could beat the Chiefs?
I think so. Here's what has to happen for the Lions to at least beat the 49ers. Let's talk about that first, because that's...
Yeah, we haven't talked about the Niners.
That is...
Yeah, why are we not talking about the Niners? Let's talk about that. Yeah.
Much
Oh,
as I
we
hate
should.
the
We
Niners.
should talk about the
we
Packers
need to
game,
talk to.
because Brock Purdy is terrible. He's a game manager quarterback. I don't like Brock Purdy. I think he gets carried by Yak and George Kittle and Debo and Brandon Ayuk. I mean, he's got the Avengers with him on that team.
I like that.
So he puts up all these nice stats. And the fact that he's an MVP finalist, what happened to the game I love? Because what does he do?
Okay, he's not.
He throws behind the
not
line of
bad.
scrimmage and he gets a
He's
touchdown.
not-
He
he's
hands it
not
off to
bad.
CMC. It's a 20-yard touchdown.
Bro, but that's his job, though. That's all you need. What do
That's
you?
all
You don't.
exactly.
You don't need.
That's why
Patrick
he's a
Mahomes.
game manager and not an MVP.
I agree.
The
I
fact
I
that
agree with the
CMC and
MVP.
Brock Purdy are in like MVP finalists together is insane to me. They both can't be the MVP of their own team.
But
that
there's
makes
different
no
types
sense.
of quarterbacks, and he's
Yes,
just,
I agree.
we have the star-studded like Lamar Jackson runs
ones
on
that
his
can run
feet.
it,
Yeah, runs
Yeah.
out of the pocket. But you got to have those pocket quarterbacks too. That's like traditional football right there.
He's playing his role.
He's
He
playing his
doesn't-
role to a
Exactly.
good point.
He's not bad by any
He's not
means.
bad. He's not horrible.
He's
A bad quarterback is somebody
I
that
just
can
think-
go in there and can't do what he's doing.
I just think, look, we think back to before Brock Purdy when we had Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo was in the same exact talks as Brock Purdy is in right now. Maybe not as hyped up, but he was in similar conversations. Oh, top 10 quarterback. Look at his stats. He still has I think the third highest QB rating in the playoffs, but it's Jimmy Garoppolo. You saw what happened when he left. He got benched on the Raiders. He's
Well, he's
terrible.
had
I think Brock Purdy is
injury
following the same story. Because he didn't have a good game against the Packers. He had a good final drive. Sure, I'll give him that. He made some clutch throws. It was a clutch drive. He was throwing to like Jawan Jennings and stuff. But like the whole game, like 3 drop picks, one by Darnell Savage and then one by Keyshawn Nixon. Those dropped interceptions. He was overthrowing guys, underthrowing guys. Maybe it's because of the rain. Jordan Love didn't have the best game either. But I mean, you look at the stats. I think he had like 239 yards. He was like 21 of 34. I mean, it was right in Darnell Savage's chest on that one throw early in the game. It was like 3-0, and he just drops it like that. That changes the whole game. That could have been a pick 6, and then we'd have a different conversation.
It comes in waves, man. You just have bad games, you have good games. But the Niners, as a team overall, they've been solid. As a Cowboys fan, I hate to say
the
it, but
Packers
they've been
cooked them.
solid.
Let's talk. I mean, 24 points against that defense. We were in the red zone all game. We just didn't capitalize. We had our rookie kicker. He wants to miss a field goal.
now I see where the Purdy hate is coming from. I didn't know
from
you
the
were a
missed
Packers fan.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Oh yeah, he's born
That-
and raised.
that makes a
I'm
lot of
definitely
sense.
a little bit biased. I'll admit that. I hate
I was
the
like,
49ers.
why do you
Tad
hate Brock
bit.
Purdy so much? Now I know.
He has a cool
cooked
story. I
y'all.
just think he's overhyped.
Yeah, but he cooked y'all
I
though.
think his last name is
I don't
Purdy.
think he didn't really cook. CMC cooked, I guess. I didn't even have 100 yards.
Would you rather have Jordan Love or Brock Purdy?
Jordan Love easily. Jordan Love's way better than
Dude,
Brock
yeah,
Purdy.
I'd say Jordan Love too, man. Did
Oh my
you
god!
see him?
Did you see Jordan Love under pressure, especially in that Cowboys game? Micah Parsons in his face, and he just boom, and then touchdown. Like it was
Yeah, he showed up for the moment.
It's a little bit Mahomey right there.
That's what I said. Man. That's a little Burrow Mahomey esque.
Oh my god. What do you call it?
Jordan Love's a top 10 quarterback. I don't care.
I don't know why we were talking about that Cowboys game, and I love how we have a Cowboys fan in here, so I would love to talk about
Always.
it.
Always.
You really have an issue, okay?
No doubt we do.
You guys have to address
Had
your
an issue for
issue now.
28 years.
There's no more blaming, coaches and stuff like that. It's the man with the pigskin in his hands. And I'm telling you, watch that game.
horrible.
Rewatch the highlights. Watch when
There was no highlights. There were
no, I know.
lowlights.
Lowlights. Dak.
Get it straight.
Dude, there's so many open people. And he's just like, I don't know what to do. Running backwards, don't you know what to do? I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding? Look, you're getting paid, what, $21 million a year?
Too much money.
Cooper Rush went on like 6 wins in a row last year. I don't know what that was, man. I'd love that.
Let me pull up his salary. All right, because
So we'll
it's
see.
a crime. It's a crime.
It's a crime to be paid that much and not be able to win playoff games. Look, I'm all for. Look, I think Dallas. I want y'all to win a championship. I love Texas teams. No, give me that. I love it. But when you'll try and text me and say, "Oh man, what happened with Stroud?" Man, we're paying him like $18 million.
I didn't text you
and I
anything
got a
about what
whole
happened to
round
Stroud.
farther. I got a whole round farther. So
I didn't
mean,
text you anything
No,
about
I know,
Stroud.
but all these
I love
delusional,
Stroud.
a lot of these delusional
Stroud
Cowboy
is great.
fans are going to sit behind Jerry Jones every single year and think, "Oh, this is our year."
No,
Bro,
no.
you're the richest franchise in sports history.
You know what
and
makes
how many?
no
how often
sense?
have you won championships?
They're not okay with the coaching that is out there. You got Bill Belichick, you got Mike
Which we
Vrabel
should've hired.
available, and you're not going to extend Mike McCarthy next year. You're just going to leave him there, but you have Mike Vrabel and Bill Belichick available. Fire Mike McCarthy if you're already not going to extend him. I don't understand what the point of keeping him another year is. You've lost 3 times in the playoffs. You've gone nowhere. He's obviously done nothing with the team. They're not ready in the playoffs. They always fall off. Why is he still? I don't understand. And you saw it for years with Green Bay. I had to suffer it too.
I don't know where the Steelers are, but they ain't in the playoffs just like us. All right, let's get that straight.
Hey, Kenny Pickett though, good year.
Oh yeah, good Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Put the camera on him. Yeah.
Gotta
get
say
that.
thanks
How's
to our
Kenny Pickett?
videographer Luke Vox. But yeah, let's take a little transition here. So your Super Bowl winners, we have Mr. Cacho saying the Ravens.
He's mad about that. He wants the Chiefs to win that.
David
bad.
has something to say. Apparently, hope that was on tape.
Oh,
David,
God.
David, tell me your Super Bowl
The
winner.
Chiefs.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, gross.
I don't
disgusting.
want them, but
Why?
So then why
Let's be
pick them?
real.
It's like watching.
real,
Remember
guys.
when I was a little
I need-
kid watching
I
the
need
NBA and it was
reasons the
Cavs and
Chiefs-
Warriors every year, 3 years in a row.
We need to pick reasons the Chiefs can possibly beat the Ravens. I just don't see it.
I don't see a
The
way.
experience. I mean, they have the experience. They have.
They can't
Super
stop
Bowl
Lamar
experience.
Jackson.
Their receivers
won't.
don't have the experience. Maybe
That's true. Their
Maybe-
receivers.
They just have
this
Rice.
year-
maybe Pat and Kelsey have the experience and Andy Reid, but their receivers.
Yeah, I had 2 Chiefs receivers. I think Sky Moore and I forgot the other one on my fantasy league, and they always did me dirty.
Yeah,
Always.
and you know
They
the
dropped the ball. Can't do their jobs.
who's that one receiver on the Chiefs that goes, "My favorite player is Patrick Mahomes."
That's
He can
Kadarius
never-
Toney.
He can never catch the ball.
There's Tony, man.
He's
Man,
just trying to
oh
keep a
boy.
job at that point.
What
It's like-
job? I think he pretty much works at Bojangles by now. But
He needs a Chuck E. Cheese application at this point.
oh man, stop. All right, here's a random question: if y'all were ever in NFL in the league, where would you want to be drafted?
Cowboys.
Oh my God, you're so predictable.
I'm being drafted in Green Bay, man.
Oh
Like,
really? No way.
What about you? What about you?
Cleveland.
I'm not dumb.
oh, you want to go get some massages in Cleveland?
You want to
huh?
be a Houston, Texas?
Hey, my last
QB.
name Brown. You got to join the Browns, all right? Hey, the Browns
Oh,
start
you
with the
just want to
quarterback.
be like Jim Brown.
Justin Brown. That's where it's at.
Jim Brown.
Woo! I'm throwing 3,000 yards, 88 interceptions.
You're gonna have that
realistic.
Jameis Winston.
I got the
season.
interception yards. In
I
this.
want a Jameis Winston season. 30
66
touchdowns,
sacks on
30 picks.
Give me
No, I want to be on defense. If I had to be drafted, I would like to be on defense. Obviously, I'm not built.
Okay, what would your player be if we were player build? If you were in the NFL,
Every year I had Madden. I don't have it anymore 'cause it's too broke. Can't afford
man,
it. But
college days.
Trash.
every
Madden sucks now.
there you go. I'm saving my money. But every year I would be a middle linebacker. I just love the defense, the aggression, and being able to sack somebody. Oh, I can't do it. Got my spaghetti arms, but
In the game,
in dreams, I'm sacking every 49ers QB in history. All right.
that's beautiful. Honestly, like I think when you go to bed at night, you're obviously thinking about.
I'm thinking about hitting threes for the Spurs, but
Oh, okay.
but during a NFL season when it's not NBA, I'm thinking about sacking quarterbacks.
And in the when it's MLB time, you're thinking of like hitting dingers. You know.
I don't know. I
Would
don't
be
dream
like
dream
about
about
that.
that.
I don't dream about the
Should I go
MLB.
to MLB or should I stay in the
Yeah,
NFL?
I feel like if I'm dreaming about the MLB, that's a pretty boring dream.
But I'll be on the
I'm kidding. I'm
Rangers.
kidding.
I'll
I'm
be on
kidding.
the
I love the
Rangers.
MLB.
I'll be on the Rangers.
The Rangers, though, yeah, that's a boring dream. Yeah, I would not. I would not want to stick to.
They're
Yeah.
champs.
So, yeah, let's take a little transition here. We can stay on NFL if y'all want to. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about right now before we go to the
NFL?
NBA?
I think the last thing to know about the NFL, the final 4 teams, out of all final 4 teams remaining, 3 of them are the best defending teams yards-wise per game. So
Except
that's
for
going to
the
be
Lions.
interesting.
Tell
except
us
for
the
Lions,
teams.
yeah. So the Ravens are number 1, and I think it could be skewed a little bit because they played the Texans, and the Texans had a really young team. They only played 1 game, so 213 yards allowed a game, which is insane. The rushing, they only allowed 38 rushing yards.
That's insane.
The Chiefs are at number 2 with 316 per game, and the Niners 330 per game. And then all the way down, almost last place, are the Lions with 416 per game.
Man.
It sounds like the Chiefs and Ravens are going to be determined by a bunch of field goals if they are this good at defense.
I think, are we all in agreement that whoever comes out of the AFC is going to be the Super Bowl champion?
Yeah,
The
feel
AFC
like-
is strong, man.
I think,
the AFC
I
is
think
strong.
the AFC is
If the Ravens somehow blow it against
Dude,
the Chiefs,
I'm not gonna lie though. Like the
pull the
Lions are a
Cowboys.
really gritty group.
they're
like,
feisty,
they're really
but their
feisty.
Oh, yeah.
defense is so bad. Their linebacking core, it's
Yeah.
really embarrassing
Yeah, their
looking at their
defense is
linebacking
bad.
core and their
Need
corners.
Ray Lewis.
And they're
Sutton-
led by
Sutton
Jared
was
Goff.
Sutton was getting cooked.
29-year-old Jared Goff.
But it's funny how earlier this season, the whole season, we were talking about, man, NFC so strong. The Lions, the Niners, the Eagles, the Cowboys.
Yeah,
No,
you
but,
get to
but,
the-
but really, like, everybody was like, dang, the NFC is stacked. You know, even the Rams had their little time where they were going off for a little bit. But now, you know,
Man.
nobody trusts.
I always thought the NFC was really weak, and the
Wow.
AFC was stacked
Yeah.
because
Well, the
I-
AFC always had Brady in it, and I don't know. Then he switched to the NFC.
Well,
but
right-
overall, like throughout time, AFC has been
Yeah.
the conference.
The conference, yeah. Well, shout out to all the Jaguar fans. No, not Jaguar. Panther fans out there. Your season was terrible. Just hope you know. No, I'm just
Cheap tickets though.
I
Cheap
think,
tickets.
I
Appreciate
think
you
they
not
know,
taking
man.
Stroud.
I think they know.
kidding. Thank you for not taking Stroud.
Thank you for taking Bryce Young.
They had like $5 tickets for their games.
Bro, Bryce Young literally just filled in his application at Wendy's last night.
He was my backup fantasy league quarterback. I had to put him in over Geno Smith one.
Did
game
you see
in
who
four.
the Panthers hired? They hired the Bucks OC for 6 years. He got a 6-year deal, and he's never been a head coach. I don't understand why the Panthers do this. It's every single time they hire a new head coach, and then David Tepper wants to fire them after like a year of like non-success. But they gave him a 6-year deal. I don't think the deal like terms have come out yet.
You shouldn't do 6 years. If you want someone to perform right, you do it like a 2-year deal, so they have to
And-
fight for the
and
job.
he's just been an OC for the Bucks. He made Baker Mayfield look good, which is that's pretty good. I don't know, but like 6 years, never been an OC. I mean, a head coach. It's just like that organization's in shambles. I don't know what David Tepper's doing.
Who knows? And all I'm going to say right now is a little fun fact. Detroit Lions in the 49ers game, cheapest ticket you can get available, Section 418, Row 26, $369. That's the cheapest ticket.
Did y'all see the Lions Bucks? Probably the cheapest one was like $600. That was insane. But I think it's because the Lions just
And
my food
they've never been in the
stamps
playoffs,
application
so
in.
like they're all going there. So it makes sense.
And, yeah, tickets get as expensive as $1,700 front row.
Dang.
So that is insane. Could never afford that. I
Never.
can watch the 49ers lose from my couch.
I hope so, man.
I can do it with nachos in my hands.
But I have a bad feeling that if the Niners lose, then the Super Bowl is just gonna be a wash. Like I think the Ravens would like eat the Lions alive.
Guys, I actually got something wrong. The most expensive seat is $4,437.
Oh, okay.
That's
something like-
It's not even that good.
I'll take out a student loan. It's all right.
All right, you know what else is crazy? NBA's in its halfway point.
Oh yeah.
It sounded like you were
boy.
going to do a sponsor or something.
Sponsor segment.
This episode of Across the Wall is sponsored.
No sponsors for Close the Wall.
Sponsored by me.
If you would like to sponsor Close the Wall, reach out to
Please
us at
sponsor.
ktswsports at txstate.edu.
Yes, sir.
We're very funny.
Let's talk about the NBA. They're at the halfway point right now, and it is a very, very different NBA that we've seen in years prior. Looking at the Western Division, if I told you the top 5 teams, you'd be kind of shocked. Right now, Minnesota first place, 32-13. Oklahoma City right behind it, 31-13. Denver in third, 31-15, and the Clippers, 28-14. What a turnaround for the Clippers and a lot of these Western Conference teams. You know, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, these are teams my entire life. I've lived about 21 years, and these teams my entire life have not been that relevant in the playoffs, besides OKC being led by Harden and Durant and those good old days. But since then, there's been no OKC in the playoffs. Look at this right now. OKC is on course to have a better season than they did when they had Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. So, guys, I really want to get your thoughts on this Western Conference, and look at New Orleans still somehow staying in the pack in 6th seed, 26-18. Really a team people are sleeping on. No one's really thinking about. And then let's take a look over at the East side. We got Boston first place, as usual, almost every year, 35-10. They're doing great things. They are currently on a 3-game win streak and 20-1 at home. That is insane.
crazy.
They're only losing 1 game at home. Milwaukee Bucks in second place, 31-13. And 20-4
Repping.
at home, not bad. You're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, I presume, Caleb?
I am.
Yes, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Giannis after this, and
Absolutely.
your coach being gone. Don't know why you would fire a coach as a 2nd seed, but we'll get into that. Philadelphia, 29-14, 17-6 at home. They're great. New York in 4th place. You see that big 30-point win they had over the Nuggets? That was a big one. Jalen Brunson looking amazing, and I loved him. I don't know why they gave him away from the Mavs. That was a bad choice.
At least they got Kyrie.
Yeah, I average 20 free throws a game. I'm an all-star. No.
Their defense.
All right.
Like,
That
come
was
on.
exactly how it sounded.
Yeah.
All right. Cleveland in 5th place somehow. Love that. Donovan Mitchell is still under the radar this whole season. I haven't heard a single person show a highlight of Donovan Mitchell all year. Have you? No. All right.
absolutely.
Indiana in 6th place because guess what? They have Tyrese Halliburton. And yes, he was selected for an all-star game. We're going to talk about that. But guys, let's talk about this East and West. Really, what is the team that is shocking you the most in the East and West? You want to talk about your Bucks in the East, you can definitely do that. This is what they do. They're known to be regular season favorites. They can usually play the regular season no problem. Postseason comes around, that's where those complications arise. I know you remember that
Okay.
game last season where Giannis was asked if this was a
don't.
disappointment. And I want you to think and use that as the fuel for him in the playoffs. So what do you think they're going to do this year, and how are they going to get there?
Okay, listen. So last year, we lost and we got swept by the we didn't get swept, but gentleman sweep by the Miami Heat. That was rough because we looked like the best like all season. We had the best record and stuff. It was bad. And then Giannis's quote was really inspiring and stuff. And then we get Dame, but we fired Adrian Griffin. It's really interesting to see.
Why? What's the reason? What do you know what he
Defense.
did?
It's the defense. We have a bottom 10 defense in the league. We're letting up so many, like over 60 just in the first half. Like it's so terrible. But I think the other thing is I was seeing stuff about there's like allegations coming out against it. I don't know. This is all alleged. There's some allegations maybe. I think the players hated him. Honestly, they were saying he lost the locker room. And you see the very first game when they played last night against the Cavs, they're all dancing in a circle, like they looked like the team chemistry was there. And then you saw the interim head coach rallying around him, and they beat the Cavs, who are one of the hottest teams in the league right now, by 10. And it was like, okay, so was Adrian? Did they really hate Adrian Griffin that much? And was was the defense the only reason, or the players hate him? They say Giannis lost faith, even though Giannis chose the guy. Kind of interesting. And now we hired Doc Rivers. Very interesting.
What?
Everyone's flaming us for hiring Doc
for
Rivers.
real?
Yes.
Doc, are you kidding me? How did I not see that? I'm such under a rock. Are you kidding me?
As soon
He's
as
like,
he-
you know what?
as
Mid-air
soon-
on TNT.
As
I'm
soon
tired
as
of
Adrian
this.
Griffin was fired,
Like, bro.
they said
ESPN, I'm
Milwaukee
putting in
Bucks
my 2
are
days.
highly interested in Doc Rivers. Why are we interested in that guy? I do not want that man coaching this team. We hire him, and then he brought in someone from like the Timberwolves, some like assistant coach or something. People were saying that was a good hire because he's responsible for this really good like Timberwolves defense back in like 2008 or something. I'm not sure, but like just considering Doc Rivers is being carried by that one championship he has with Boston
In
all the way back many years ago, and all those playoff losses, blown leads, recent playoff like downfalls have been bad. I don't know why we're hiring Doc Rivers, who's might make it worse. I get he's a veteran. They were looking for a veteran head coach, but they didn't even like look around maybe some more because they just hired Adrian Griffin. They were like, let's hit up Doc Rivers, and that's all they did. And they hired him literally the next day.
I think it's just for the name. Doc Rivers is a name people know, and he's a guy that's won a championship. And really, truth is, I don't think the most NBA players need an actual coach. I feel like that they could put a literal substitute teacher with a clipboard sitting there, and the Bucks should be like, "Hey, bro, watch us do this," because that's exactly what the interim head coach was.
I feel like that's what Adrian Griffin was doing.
Yeah.
And then like the team was just out there hooping, and there was no real. I saw Giannis on the sideline drawing up a play, and just Adrian Griffin just wasn't like.
He's just letting the team run it. And so, like you said that day, right, when they played against the Cavs, the interim head coach is there, and they're all the players are all hyped up. They're jumping there in a circle. It seems like they're not even phased that a head coach is gone. And truthfully, I feel like NBA players, the only collegiate are players and athletes ever, But, I think teams will be fine, so we'll see how this goes. But I don't know. I think the Bucks, I think it's a good pickup, not a bad pickup.
It's a good pickup.
It's a good pickup.
I just need to see how he game plans with Giannis and Dame. He was saying that they need to do more pick and roll stuff, and they need to make Giannis less of the scorer, and the offense needs to run through Dame, which I question because Giannis is like one of the best scorers in the league. So and Dame's getting older. He's still pretty good, but I question because he was on a podcast and he listed things wrong with the Bucks because at the beginning of the season we didn't look that great, and then we kind of figured things out as we meshed together. I want to see his lineups. I want to see how the defense improves with Doc Rivers, if it does at all. And because that's our biggest weakness right now. We're scoring a lot of points. I mean, Dame and Giannis are putting up almost 30 a game, pretty much each night. But that's what we need to win, and we're barely winning. Like we barely beat Pistons the other night. I was like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
I think it's a good pickup. Doc Rivers is a good name. He's respected around the league, and he's had success. I mean, he's got one championship, but he's had success. He's led Philly as much as they didn't win. He's got success. So I think it's a good pickup. It's going to be interesting to see how, they mesh, but they're still the second seed. I think they're going to be fine. They're going to be great.
As long as we beat the Celtics.
Dude.
And the Pacers.
Celtics are a tough team.
Celtics
I mean, we blew them out last time. They quit at half. They sat their starters in the second half because we blew them out by 40.
They're still playing Kristaps starters, right, for the Celtics?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good.
I mean,
David's been real quiet. David, any thoughts?
Not really. I mean,
we could talk about our Rockets. Hey, let's go Rockets. We're the 11th in the West.
All-Star.
Crab Rangoon Sengun.
Shingun was voted an All-Star?
I don't know. I'm looking at
he was not. I wish
he's
he
not
was.
a starter.
I think he is going to be an All-Star.
No way. If he's an
He
All-Star,
might.
I'm going to jump up
He's
and down right now.
11th on player ranks
Are you
on their
serious?
votes.
Wow.
Fan rank number 5 in the Western Conference for the front court,
NBA All-Star 2024.
which means he's got more than Karl Anthony Towns,
Are you
more than
serious?
Sabonis, more than Wembanyama.
Yeah. Dude, Alperen Şengün, everyone needs to know his name and know who he is, bro. All y'all non-Rockets fans never seen this guy hoop. This is a guy that
Crab
led the
Rangoon
Turkish league
Sengun.
when he was there at age 18, won the MVP, won the championship, averaged 22 points and 11 blocks a game.
It's pretty
That's what he did at 18 years old in Turkey. And now he's over here looking like Hakeem Olajuwon, light-skinned
Whoa.
version. Yeah.
That's whoa.
Yeah, and he's really doing good.
Hakeem.
Yeah, I
The
say
dream?
that. Yes, I love Hakeem. Hakeem, they're training with him. They practice together in Houston.
I don't think he looks like him though.
No,
like
he doesn't
by-
look like him
Well,
at
no,
all.
not I mean, like by his play, his style. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not making a Hakeem impact. He's not. He ain't
No,
got
but
his
he
signature.
will. Joel Embiid loves Hakeem.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Hakeem?
Oh, God. I'm glad you're saying that because he's the most slept-on NBA center of all time.
And that's why Giannis trained with him in the offseason.
Yeah, literally Hakeem Olajuwon is one of.
And
is-
now Giannis
I'm
has
gonna
a-
say, and
Giannis
this
is
is a hot
bag.
take. I don't care. I'm
No.
gonna say it right here. I'm going right for the
see.
jugular. Here's your top 3 centers of all time. Okay, ready? This is how it goes. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon. There's no room around anything else. There's no David Robinson in that situation. There's no Will Chamberlain in that situation. Will Chamberlain was playing in the 40s on plumbers and part-time pizza drivers. All right, I don't care what you say. That's it. That's the facts.
I
We're
think
gonna
I'm
say
I
Bill
think I'm taking
Walton.
Shaq number 1 though.
Okay. I didn't put it in a
number one.
particular order.
You said
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, well, yeah.
Put Shaq second. You literally put them in an order.
Not me trying to gaslight all of you. Well, yeah, come on. You got to give Kareem number 1 because he led the league in scoring for, I don't know, 50
Shaq
millennial
number one.
year.
I think I'm taking
He
Shaq.
led the league since 2000 BCE. And, I mean, this guy's doing great. He won a high school championship. What do you do? And then you
Oh, a high school championship.
Oh, look, listen. High school championship next year. What does he do? College
cooking. He's
championship with the UCLA. It's okay. I'm just going to lead the whole UCLA in minutes and points per game. And then, what am I going to do in my first year for the Bucks? I'm going to go play under Sidney Moncrief and over there and win me another championship. And that's what he did his rookie year. And look what he did. Led the league. Come on, man. Got the best sky hook, baby hook, whatever you're talking about. So, yeah.
Unstoppable shot.
And then Shaquille O'Neal. Come on, man. Breaking backboards like it's,
He does it.
made out of paper. And then who else? Who was I talking about? Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, the best dream shake of all time. The only shake I don't want.
You want a piece of that cake?
Stop. All right, let's talk about the NBA All-Star starters, right? So nothing is new here. We have the 2 same captains we have every single year. Are we getting bored of the NBA All-Star game? Is it going to be as popular
A
when
little
there's
bit.
something called the in-season tournament instead? What do you think, John? I want to see it.
Well, I always watch it. I think the NBA needs to stick to a format though, because they change it. You got to win by this. You got to hit this mark, or we're just gonna play it. The NBA, if you look at it overall in the past like 10 years, they have been changing constantly. Like, is the in-season tournament gonna stay? We don't know. Is the format for the All-Star game gonna change again? Like it always does.
Yeah.
I want some consistency. That one, I don't remember what year it was. I was in high school, but it was competitive. It came down to like a free throw. I think Anthony Davis won it.
Yeah, that was the one where you had to get up by 24 points.
That's right.
I loved that, and they donated the
was
money to the charity. That was the most electrifying All-Star game I've ever watched in my life.
That was amazing. Because the rest of it from years prior was just, all right, one team is up by 30, and we're just doing half-court shots and
playing around
and doing some wild dunks, and we're not playing a single lick of defense. Now, obviously, sometimes as a player, you don't want to give it 100% because you don't want to get injured. But the fans want to see a competitive game. I want to see a competitive game. You get paid to play a competitive game. That's what the All-Star game needs to be.
Yeah, it's really a problem when the celebrity All-Star game is getting more viewership than the actual NBA All-Star game. And I think a lot of these things, like the Pro Bowl as well, the players don't seem to try as hard unless there's something involved for them or financially for someone else. And that's why I thought that game was so good, the NBA All-Star game when we were in high school still. Yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, it was a close game. It was really fun. I have a question for y'all, though, is what's something they could introduce differently to the NBA All-Star weekend that would be more fun? One thing I've always said is something they used to do in the 80s, and they stopped this. It's called the Legacy Champions game. And they take retired NBA players and they put them on the court and have them play 5v5. Tell me you wouldn't want to watch. Are you serious? Reggie Miller and Kevin Garnett, and you got freaking who else? I can just go off.
Let's put old with the new. I want to see
There's only a few qualifiers.
Charles Barkley and Shaq right there, bro.
I want to see Shaq versus Giannis.
Kenny with the Rock. Kenny running in his little tight pants. Kenny going, looking like a pug.
Bro, some of them are going to rip their quads and break their ankles if they go back on the court.
Let's send it down to Cassidy Hubbard for injury report.
The whole team
Bill Walton just died. No, what? Took a hard fall from Charles Barkley's
Michael
elbow.
Jordan is a fraud, and he actually got a heart attack. Oh, no.
Michael Jordan's there, bro. He has like a whole pack of Henny in his...
He tried to poster LeBron, but LeBron blocked by Braun.
Oh, man. You see D Wade come back? Oh no,
okay.
D Wade.
That would
be
be
MVP.
actually insane.
D Wade would be MVP.
No, Michael Jordan versus LeBron, the actual GOAT debate live in the All-Star game.
Yeah, LeBron.
Blocked by James.
LeBron's going to win that.
How is he gonna win? He's
got the athleticism.
Jordan's like 56.
They're like the same age. I don't know.
Jordan's fighting with like 6 new livers right now.
Oh my God.
You ever seen Jordan's eyeballs?
Oh yeah, they're yellow.
They're literally the color gold. Or he's just part lizard. Oh. Who knows? Yeah, let's look at these.
How does this affect his legacy, though?
I don't know.
How does it affect
So
LeBron's legacy? It makes him the GOAT.
So y'all think that's a cool idea? Retired players hooping it up?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I think,
that would be really
Or we
fun.
could just do
Certainly.
3v3s first to 5. Like that'd be fun to watch,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or we do
that's what
a
Ice
very
Cube-
interesting All-Star
Ice Cube
game.
already has something.
A
like
very
that.
interesting All-Star game. WNBA versus NBA All-Star game.
That wouldn't be fun because the NBA.
No, I would love watching it. Tell
I
me you
would
wouldn't
watch
I want to
it.
watch Giannis poster every single WNBA star.
There's gonna be
They're gonna
some-
win
they're
by
gonna have to
100.
put some rules.
There's some fans out there that would find that entertaining.
I would find that entertaining.
I'm not thinking about it from a fairness or anything like that situation. I'm thinking of this
I would watch it.
as a business guy or as a guy that's thinking about the viewership and the ratings and the money. It's a great money idea. It has nothing to do with,
is a great
stop
idea.
thinking about what
Maybe
if it's
the
right or wrong.
WNBA will actually make
Candace
profit.
Parker's been dying for a chance to, they said, I think, who was it? Didn't, who said they want to do a 3-point contest at Sabrina Ionescu? That was Steph Curry. He just said
That's
that
right, yeah.
recently. So, I'd love to watch that. Imagine Caitlin Clark beating the Detroit Pistons by herself. She could go beat them 120-12.
Maybe.
Dude, go watch
I don't know.
Caitlin.
Kate
Hey,
Cunningham
I'm
is
gonna
kinda
tell
nice.
every listener here, looking at the cameras, I'm looking right at you. Go and get on TikTok, get on Caitlin Clark's highlight list. You could be there for an hour, just jaw dropped. All right, that girl's must-watch television. You heard it here. Changing the whole WNBA by herself. Yes.
Caitlin Clark.
Come on, you don't know
She's not
Caitlin
even-
Clark?
She's not even in the WNBA.
She's gonna go there.
Yeah, she
And,
hasn't changed it yet.
And
She
it
hasn't
sucks.
been
You know what sucks?
drafted.
They don't have one and done for WNBA. You have to stay for the whole college degree. Yeah, so let's look at these starters for both these teams, right? Okay, Eastern Conference: Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel
My
Embiid,
goat.
Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton started, and I'm so proud of this little guy. He deserves it. And Dame Lillard somehow
second
first
goat.
time starting. I don't know. Maybe
I don't.
I think it's his first time in the East starting. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's been. I'm pretty sure he started like a couple years ago.
For sure.
It's his 9th All-Star game, but I don't think he's ever started.
I think you're right, actually. I don't think he did. Maybe he didn't. I think James Harden used to always start over him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Western Conference starters. We got LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's a
Man,
perfect.
Shai is so nice.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, the Western Conference starters are just it's so sad. Every year the Western Conference team just destroys the Eastern Conference team. It just seems, guys, do you agree that there's more talent in the Western Conference, or is this year very more even?
I'm not gonna lie.
I think
David,
it's pretty even.
David, answer my question. What do you think?
I don't know.
Is the West always winning the All-Star game? I always think the West always wins. I don't see the East ever winning.
Yeah.
Look at this lineup. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, and Luka Doncic. Luka
Yeah.
Doncic averaged 40-point triple-double for like a month.
The West is strong. They're.
The force is
I mean, the force is strong in the West. All right. Now, I do want to put props on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh,
As
you
much-
need to talk to that guy.
That boy nice.
He's
That
the
boy's
most
nice.
unguardable
That boy nice.
guard in the league.
I mean, he was drafted by the Clippers, I believe, then traded to the Thunder, developed.
Clippers. Oh,
Now
boy.
he's a bucket. I mean, I saw him destroy my Spurs with
Yeah, by
Chet
30
and
points.
Okay, yeah, we know.
Hey, I love watching Wimby though. He like got into
He
dude. He got into Chet like a deer.
he got in Chet
He went,
multiple
Hey,
times.
he ain't have that same energy against Joel Embiid though.
Yeah, watch this, bro. He went like, ugh, like that
I
was
mean,
it.
yeah,
Like, that's how
Joel Embiid is a monster of a human being, dude. You're not gonna Chet. You got two pencil sticks playing against each other.
Yeah, yeah.
literally.
I can pick up Chet with my right arm.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, well deserving. I'm proud to see that
boy
he is a
hooping.
starter. But KD, LeBron, Luke, like you said, and I already know the reserves. Whatever the reserves are gonna be, you have Harden in.
Now,
the
how are the
West,
Suns
you have-
doing? I haven't seen nothing on the Suns.
Oh,
with
man.
KD
Booker's
at
been-
all.
They're fifth in the West.
Well, they beat the Mavs recently. They beat the Mavs in this NBA Rivals Week,
did.
and they played pretty well. They played
I'm
pretty
just
well.
not a Suns fan. I just
I
don't know
don't
what
like
it
it.
is.
There's like-
It's
there's just, like,
so
no
hard to
media
get
on the
behind
Suns.
There's not like a fan, like it doesn't really feel like a team I could get behind, like fun. Like it's just the Suns. Like
The Suns aren't no fun.
I just feel so bad for Chris Paul.
Is
Womp
he still with
womp.
Where is he? With the
No, he's with the
He's on the
Warriors now.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I
I forgot he got traded.
Yeah, I forgot too. I already. Why do I say that? I
I
watched the
didn't-
Warriors like literally last week.
Do y'all feel bad for the Warriors because they're bad now? You feel
No,
bad? Do you
I'm
feel bad
glad.
for Steph
I'm
Curry?
happy. No,
You seem
because
sad on the
if
bench.
the-
I feel bad for Steph.
Without-
yeah, he's not gonna win
Why do
another
you feel bad
championship.
for Steph?
He
No,
deserves
no, no,
another
no, no, no,
championship.
no,
He's
no.
one of the greatest.
How does he
He's
deserve
the great
another
one.
championship?
He's one of the greatest point
He's
guards
won
of all
enough.
time.
the greatest shooter. Yes.
Greatest shooter of all time, undisputed. No
Okay.
cap.
I agree, but why do you feel
But
bad
if-
for him? They've been in the
without
finals
that-
enough
without-
for the past decade.
Because I feel
Without
bad for the
the
Warriors
Warriors-
because Chris Paul deserves a championship, and I thought Chris Paul was like, "Hey man,
Uh,
he does deserve it."
yes.
Tell me Chris Paul doesn't deserve a championship.
Chris Paul deserves it. Yes.
You don't think Steph deserves another one?
No,
He doesn't need
And I
another
say
one.
that as a Spurs fan because without the Warriors' reign, Kawhi Leonard gets another championship with the Spurs.
Kawhi
James
deserves
Harden.
it.
James Harden gets 3 of them. If the
Championships?
Warriors aren't
Wah,
there.
wah.
Yeah, that's what you see. Without
Daryl-
the Warriors,
I say
Houston
this for
would
a
have been
fact.
in
Daryl
the-
Morey will never own a championship contending team, and he is not a general manager of a championship contending team. So if you know anything about Daryl Morey, I'm not going to go
Yeah,
on
he's
rants
not
about
that good.
this.
I don't.
He's doing the same thing up in Philadelphia right now. Who's leading the league in isolations per game? Joel Embiid. Same exact thing Daryl Morey did with James Harden. Who else is over there on the 76ers? PJ Tucker and Daniel House. You remember them? They're just rebuilding
I
the whole
remember
dang
PJ
team
Tucker.
over there.
That's true. It's basically like the Houston Rockets.
They're literally trying to build the Rockets in Philadelphia.
on the 76ers. You're right.
So what did you think about Joel Embiid dropping like
70?
Yeah, and then Cat dropping what
How many,
70,
how many free
62?
throws?
Yeah, I
how
think
many
he
free
dropped-
throws did he have?
I think
38. Man, they're like, I love hearing Dorisberg. You know, Joel Embiid, such a diverse big man with a huge skill set. You know,
Flopper.
and I'm like, huge skill set. He reminds me of like someone that played football their whole life and then picked up a basketball and tried to play basketball with some boys and pick up. This guy doesn't look like he knew how to handle a basketball in his hands until he was like 21 years old.
Who were they playing though?
The
When they dropped
Spurs?
70, the Spurs.
Spurs,
Duh.
He
Duh.
dropped it on my
of course
team.
it was against
Duh.
the Spurs.
But he finally got a bag. Okay, you can do some mid-range shots. That great. But, dude, you're doing 32 free throws a game because you move in the paint like an awkward giraffe.
Oh my!
He does.
He does. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of sitting here and hearing all these fans say this is such a great
You know
big
what?
man.
I
Are
agree.
you kidding me?
And I'll say,
Where's the footwork? Where's the skill? Okay, yeah, you want to show me what
I'll
you do
say
with the
Jokic.
team?
strength.
I
It's
say
a strength.
Jokic looks the exact same. He looks so weird with the ball.
He
Okay, but
looks weird with
Jokic
the
is
ball, but he's
literally
skilled.
like a
He just-
passer. He's, he's over here.
He
Woo!
just be chucking
Wee!
it. He just be chucking. I'm just like, how does that go in?
Yeah.
he's so weird.
Magic Johnson out here.
But nah, Joel Embiid, man, just I'm telling you right now, you want to be the best.
I hate the talks that 76ers fan have Joel. They're trying to compare Joel Embiid against Giannis. Giannis is way better than Joel Embiid. He has way more of a bag. He's a way better scorer.
faster.
Also faster,
Yeah.
more athletic,
Yeah.
better looking.
Oh wow.
okay.
Oh, Caleb got a
Joel
crush.
Embiid
Yeah, this guy.
Giannis dropped
They're
64.
two
How is
different
Giannis
people.
not?
They're
And he didn't
top
get the
different
game ball.
players.
Exactly. And then he has less free throws than Joel Embiid, and they want to call him a free throw merchant. That's so dumb, by the way. But also, he gets no media. Giannis gets no media coverage, and he's also not
he
top
does.
5 in MVP voting. How
Giannis
is he
is talked about constantly.
not enough? Because
You
Bro,
want-
I'm a Spurs fan. I'm used to
how
not
is
being
Joel
covered at
Embiid
all.
the MVP over Giannis right now, or Jokic?
He's not. I don't think so at all. Joel Embiid
Giannis-
shouldn't be the MVP. Oh, he's not.
Giannis is having a way better season than
He is
than both
not
of them.
going to be the MVP.
He's the MVP.
You
right
know
now.
why? You know why they're going to make him the MVP? And this is exactly why they made Jokic and Embiid the
Because-
MVP. Look, no, here's where because it's an international game now. It's no longer good old American basketball. It's about bringing in more people from across the
Which
world.
is great.
If you say this
great
guy,
for
I
basketball.
know it's great. I love it. Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic are MVPs. People see these names. Oh wow, there's
was
a
the
lot of
last one?
chances for me over there. I could be from the middle of Russia riding horses, and I could be an NBA star. That looks great. I'm going to go to America and try and do that. That's exactly what it is. It's marketing, man. You don't tell me Shea Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't deserve the MVP. Took the team right now to first in the West when they were like the bottom feeders for the last 5 seasons. You tell me that's not an MVP candidate, huh? We're going to keep giving it to big international big men? Are you kidding? Get out of here.
Giannis is another one. He should have won it last year too.
No, okay, maybe.
What was
But then
the
he
last
lost to the
American-
Heat.
Joel
was the
Embiid
last
got
one? Was
a
it
pity
James-
trophy.
Hey, you
Was
want to
it
know a
James
fun
Harden?
fact? Fun fact? Jamal Murray is the
Isn't he Canadian?
well, fun fact.
So where are you going with this?
Yeah, that's fun fact. He's Canadian. There you go. No, I'm just kidding. Jamal Murray has, he holds a record for the most points in an NBA game without a single free throw,
Oh, really?
and it's 50 points. So if you
Oh,
want to say,
was that in the bubble?
no, that was against the no, that's before the bubble started,
Ah, okay.
before March 2021 when the whole world ended. Was it March 2020 or 2021?
2020.
Oh man, my whole memory's gone. All right, so Feb 19th was that after the COVID bubble year, right? February 19th, 2021. Yes, after the
Yes,
bubble
that
year.
was
Okay,
after.
good. So yeah, it was after bubble. But we got to think about that. If he's holds the record for most points in a game without a single free throw. Is he really the greatest of all time? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, Jamal
Remember when?
Murray is great.
Remember during the bubble when what was his name? From the Pacers was balling out, and everyone was like,
T.J. Warren, wasn't it?
yeah, T.J. Warren, and there were like articles were saying T.J. Warren or Michael Jordan. Like, bro, I'm like, what?
That man was
Homie
awesome.
averages. No, I'm not gonna lie. I watched his highlights. I was like, Kawhi Leonard, watch out. T.J. Warren's gonna run the league. T.J. Warren's running.
Where is he?
He's
Where-
a Carl's Jr.
What is TJ Warren doing right
T.J.
now?
Warren works at DJ Maxx now. I don't know.
I think they gave him a Chuck E. Cheese application. I haven't heard him.
He's in the costume right now, getting them coins. But
He's on the Phoenix Suns.
Really?
T.J. Warren is on.
he really went under the radar. I did not know that.
Averaging
all right, I wanna hear your
7.5
thoughts,
points
guys.
a game
Oh my
this season.
god.
Are the Clippers going to win a championship finally this year? Are they
absolutely
going to
not.
get into the playoffs? Are they going to the Western
Playoffs, yes.
Conference Finals?
They'll get swept in the first round.
Who doesn't make the playoffs?
I mean, are you serious? But guys, I mean, they turned around with an 18-game win streak. I mean,
That-
that's like, pretty tough to get back in the league, get back
I
in
just
the
wanna-
standings.
Clear something up real quick. When they traded to get James Harden, I said they're a contender. The chat was in disagreement.
Everyone
be
hates
clear.
the Clippers. Yeah.
Everyone, I hate the Clippers.
Yeah.
If you're not the Spurs, I hate you. But they had 4-game losing streak, 5-game losing streak, and now they're sitting at the 4th right now currently. Development takes your time. That's how you get championships. That's how you get to the playoffs. They're developing.
I would
They're
say that's
sinking.
true. I mean, when you add like James Harden to your team, it's just like when we added Dame. It like we didn't start off great. We were like
It takes
10.
time.
It takes a while to mesh new players, especially like James Harden used to be number one option. I'm the scorer. I'm the offense. Dame same way with the Blazers. They're the offense, and then they go somewhere where they're not always the number one option. And it takes a while to adjust to that, and it takes a while for coaches to find out like how these players are going to play together and who's the offense going to, like who's the ball going to. It can't be a ball hog. Like James Harden had to be in Houston. but I still don't think they're going anywhere.
All I'm gonna say is that
They're too old. Kawhi Leonard, PG, and
no, they're
and
not
James
too
Harden,
old.
they're too
No,
old.
They're gonna be fine.
Kawhi's fine. Kawhi's like,
What I will say is this.
I miss Kawhi.
No, I don't know if y'all know this, but Russell Westbrook and James Harden grew up in the same neighborhood together. They knew each other since they were 12 years old. They played AAU basketball together, and they played multiple basketball teams together.
Mm-hmm.
So they have that chemistry. They have that experience with each other. So they're good friends, which is kind of good. James Harden is a really big personality player. You know, teams know they're going to pick him up, and it could be it could be a show. It could be a real big problem. You know, you got to really maintain his personality. So you have to have players around him that can get him and get his vibe. Kawhi Leonard, he's an introvert. He's going to be sitting there on his phone. Probably doesn't even talk to anyone in the locker room anyway. I don't even think he even does any talking. He just goes out there and plays basketball. That's all he does.
He's a fun guy.
His uncle said, "Don't talk to anyone. You're not allowed to talk to anyone. Give me all your money." That's what his uncle said.
my
What? Yeah, fun fact. His uncle is terrible. And then
Yes, I
okay.
can
So then Westbrook
that.
and James Harden. I mean, they're best buds. Come on, they're over here. Ride food. Yeah, they've been doing that even back when they were in Houston, bro. And then Russell had to sell us in the playoffs in the bubble against the Lakers and shoot like 27 threes. And he's like a 12% 3-point shooter in his whole career. What are you doing, bro? He sold that whole game. LeBron gave him a big fat check of $5 million so LeBron could get that Bubble Dynasty ring. Oh wait, the Bubble Disney ring. Oh. Yeah,
That's a real ring.
And I'm sorry, I will never count that as a real NBA championship. I don't
Why?
care if we go down to the end of the life.
Everyone was in the same situation
No.
that LeBron was in.
No, it's
How
not
is
a
it-
real
how-
championship.
how is
There's
it
no
not a
fans.
real
There's no
championship?
travel. There's no. You know how much it goes into playoffs with
but at least
travel and
everyone's
fans.
under the same conditions. It's not a fake ring if everyone's under the
It's
same
not
conditions.
Legally on
fake.
papers, it's a ring.
It's
Right.
a ring. But why do people not consider the 1991 championship to be a real championship? They say that's the breakout year, or what was it, the lockout year?
The lockout year.
Yeah, so it's like there are people that say the same thing, but I can't say it's not a real ring
No,
because
you
they
can
were in
say
a
it.
bubble
You
in
can
Disney.
say it. No one's
Orlando.
saying you
Just
can't
no one's
say
gonna
it.
agree with you because it's
I-
a real ring.
I just love hot takes.
I love hot takes too.
All right,
It's like how LeBron is better than Michael Jordan all time.
oh my God, he just said
This
that.
man.
He just said that in front of me. He just said that in front of
I'm
me.
gonna let that one slide.
I don't even want to open that can of worms.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
All I'm gonna say.
We've gotten to that.
All right,
debate
all
too
I'm gonna
many
say is that we only
times.
got a few minutes left, guys. So I'm gonna ask y'all. We're gonna do our final segment here. I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds or 30 seconds to think of something really hot. A really hot take if you have one. A really hot take.
Think of a few things.
Don't think of something hot. Okay, I don't need y'all thinking about me. I'm just kidding.
All the time.
Don't worry.
Tell me your hottest sports take, and as soon as you get it, just say it. I'm gonna think about mine now.
You know what? I'm gonna start off with one of the final segments that we were gonna do today, but I guess we're not doing.
Oh,
But
we're talking about sports.
listen, wait.
I gotta mention
I'll,
that.
I'll go ahead. I'll
it up,
segue
bring it
you
up.
into it.
Yeah.
Hot
bring us in.
take: you should be allowed to bet on yourself as long as you bet the over. Why not? If you're a quarterback,
Yeah, if you're
and
just betting that you're gonna do better than you are, like why not?
what's wrong with that? If you bet you're gonna get less.
I never
turnovers,
thought about
Why
that.
not? Like it's
Genius.
gonna make you play better.
Dude, that's the exact same
Think
thing.
about it.
Be like, no, you run that route so I can get my money. Okay.
No,
Like,
you should be able to bet on yourself.
coach, we're not doing the running
You know,
play.
I
I
think-
need 40 yards.
I think that's the same exact thing that Kayshawn Boot, or I don't know how to say
I think it's boot.
Boot. Kayshawn Boot is thinking the same thing, and you're like, who is Kayshawn Boot? If you're listening, he's a wide receiver, and he made over 8,900 legal bets while he was at LSU. Think about that. I don't even think I've done something in my life 9,000 times. I don't even think I've been in close to the wall 9,000. No, definitely not 9,000 times. I don't think I've been even alive for 9,000 days yet. Wait, there's 306. No, I've definitely been alive for 9,000 days. Luke Fox is looking at me like I'm an idiot. I am a Texas State student. But I'm just kidding.
They accept anybody. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. We're smart here.
At
But
times.
guys, this is the conversation that needs to be held. You're having college athletes choosing their exact name for their username on their betting account. Kayshawn Boot. 8,900 legal bets. I don't know how much money that is, like probably $500,000. Is this the beginning of the end for college and professional sports? Because betting is so easily available now. It seems to be everywhere. Everyone's told to bet. If you're a 7-year-old, you get like a little betting toy in your hand. Oh, you need to bet when you get older. I don't know what is up with all this betting going on in the league. I think that's destroying it. Leave it to Vegas. Leave it to Vegas. That's cool. Leave it to New York City. That's cool. I don't think you need to be doing it from your home and from your couch, and these refs don't need to be doing it from the sideline. What do you think, Caleb?
Definitely not. But we saw it last year with Calvin Ridley was suspended for a whole year for betting, and then Deshaun Watson gets suspended for like 6 games, so they're taking it like super serious. And then I saw like maybe a few weeks ago, this former ref literally admitted that he was betting on games, and he never said that he was like, it was an NBA ref, I think.
There's one that still has a burner active right now on Twitter, and he will say what bets he puts on.
Wow. He said he wouldn't fix games, but he would bet on games.
audacity.
And some refs do fix games in their favor if they bet on them. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. But we talk about Keyshawn Boot. I mean, he won I have it right here, $556,000 in bets.
Did he ever bet on his team to lose? I bet.
I don't know. I mean, he bet the over on himself. Over on touchdowns. He
So
said-
That should be
David said
allowed.
there's nothing wrong.
That should be allowed.
in the Bama game, he
That's
bet,
a hot
he bet
I
he
agree.
would have more than 80 yards and a touchdown, and he had no catches going into the fourth quarter, and that's why he was so pissed in the Bama game once he dropped that touchdown pass.
I really would love to be a collegiate athlete because you got to think of it this way. What I would do is I'd get in the league. I mean, I'd get in the college, football.
In your conference?
I'd start.
Sun Belt, Fun
yeah,
Belt, or what?
whatever, any conference. No, not Sun Belt, Fun Belt, not the bigger wagers. I'm going SEC.
Ooh.
So just imagine, I just
Tennessee,
get drafted,
Texas?
I get picked up, and I'm just gonna play like garbage for like 4 weeks.
You're gonna get cut.
No, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So my numbers are low, and when I go on FanDuel, I'm gonna
You're
I'm gonna
actually
try now.
not going to be there on
No,
FanDuel.
You're right.
We're going to take you off.
Okay,
Sarkeesian's
but
cutting
I
you,
think
bro.
you have a great idea, David. It's like there really shouldn't be anything wrong with betting on yourself doing better.
Right.
That's an instant cheat code for athletes to make money.
You go on the app and you see what people are projecting you to have, and you're like, bro, I can do better. I'm going to have more yards than that. So what's wrong with being like, bet?
And you
Literally.
see like
Literally
players
bet.
on Twitter talking about, they're like, man, y'all sold my parlay or whatever, and they'd be like, I don't care about y'all parlays. Or some people or it's like some players like Tyreek Hill said like, oh, I feel bad when I don't do good enough to hit y'all parlays. It's interesting.
I don't
Well,
really understand betting.
like what they
I've
say in
never done
every
it.
betting,
Like, why is it so complicated? Just bet,
Advertisement.
win or lose. Where's
What they
those
say
bets?
Well, you
in
have to
every
bet the
betting
over,
advertisement
you have
is
to
to
bet
be
for them
careful.
cover.
Don't lose your money. Don't get addicted to it. I mean,
I
that's
just
why
never started.
I don't bet. I don't
Think you'd get addicted to it?
I think I would. If I get
You're so
one, if I
good.
hit one parlay, dude, I'm gonna lose. I got this. All right, Chet, negative 15. No, I'm going Wimby over 25 points in the third. Like I'm gonna lose it. All right, this betting, I believe, is in certain aspects is good. It's good for the league. It's good for revenue. It's good for money. But then you got people that do this for a living. I've been doing this for a living, and now it's even more exploited. It's even more popular. It's good to have that confidence in yourself, but you want to lose your whole contract because you bet, this, and then coach doesn't put you in because that's not the right play for the game, and then you lose your parlay. You lose your money. So it's a slippery slope. I see the benefits for the business side of it, but when it comes down to sports, are you watching it because you love the sport? Or are you watching it because you just want to make money?
Soon ESPN is going to have ESPN Bet feature on your TV remote.
Oh,
and
my
that means when you are mid-game, you just swipe up, click the ESPN Bet tab, and you can see all the different player panels, and then you can bet over, under, all that stuff. And it's from your freaking TV.
It's
You
destroying
connect
the game
your
I
card
love.
to the TV. Like,
Hell,
I'm like, what happened? I remember just like 5 years ago, I was watching sports and no betting commercials were ever a thing. And then they just somehow took over overnight. Gambling America just said, hey, let's just slip in and pass a little vote so we can get in here. All right, bet, we're in. And now you got Magic Johnson in casinos. Bet on the All-Star game. I mean, bring out the lobster. I mean, I don't know. It's just really I don't know, bro. It's just, oh, man. Bring out the lobster.
put that on a shirt.
Let's go golfing. Bring out the yacht. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
DJ Khaled. Okay, thank you.
Give us another one. Do it again.
Tell them to bring out the whole ocean.
This guy, bro. I call it cappuccino.
Oh my!
You ever seen that one?
We've lost our way.
Let's play Roblox. Isn't that what he says? Well, it was a pleasure here on this Friday afternoon on January 26th. David Castaneda, Giancarlo Cacho, and Caleb Wellborn.
Yes, sir.
It was a pleasure. This was Justin Brown. Stay following KTSW Sports. Oh, and Luke Fox, our videographer. Can't forget the guy that made this beautiful video possible. Yeah, we're talking about you, man. All right.
Props.
Follow KTSW Sports, Instagram, X, YouTube, Spotify. Press that bell button so you get notified every time we post Bobcat Radio or Close to the Wall. So, we'll catch you on another episode. Peace out.